Because when you think about it, if you've read stories of people who have aspired to greatness as a trader, you'll always find, with almost all of them, that there's this underlying thread, this underlying theme that virtually all of them have lost one or more of what they considered a fortune before they started becoming consistently successful. Why do you think that underlying thread or theme exists in their lives? What's that? Why do you think that commonality exists? Because at some point they lose so often and then come back from losing that, one, they gain the confidence that they can do it, and as a result the fear dissipates, and as soon as the fear is gone, they're trading from a carefree state of mind, and when you trade from that carefree state of mind, everything about your trading changes. Remember that the primary skill that we're talking about here is simply trading without fear. This is a trading skill. It is the primary skill that you will have to acquire to create consistency, to trade without fear. For you to be able to execute that edge without making errors, you're going to have to learn how to trade from a carefree state of mind, meaning you're going to have to aspire to the point where you can trade without fear. And to trade without fear, you're going to have to learn how to think in probabilities. That's basically where we're going here. When I said this primary skill was learning how to trade without fear, learning how to trade without fear is a function of learning how to think in probabilities. Meaning we're going to set aside or move from thinking in a trade-by-trade mentality. In other words, what this trade is going to do for me right now, am I right or wrong on this trade? And we're going to move to a series of trades perspective. Because that's what your methodology does anyway. Any trading methodology just gives you a win or loss ratio over a percentage of trades. In other words, if I take the same criteria that's in any kind of mathematical, any kind of technical formula that's mathematically based, or a technical price pattern that you would be able to see visually, what we're going to learn is that my edge, meaning a higher probability of one thing happening over another, is simply going to give me a higher win rate over a series of trades. Let's say the next 20 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that the actual, on a trade-by-trade basis, I don't know which one's going to win or which one's going to lose in advance. There is no way for me to find out. There's no way for me to determine that. That on a trade-by-trade basis, no matter what reason or rationale that you come up with, is that there's no way to assure yourself that it's going to be a winning trade. There's nothing that can tell you that. That trading methodologies give you a win percentage, let's say 70% of the next 20 trades are going to be winners. There's no way I'm going to know which of the 70, which 12 or 13 are going to be the winners, or which 6 or 7 are going to be the losers. What you're going to learn, and this is what traders, the professionals have learned, is that there's a random distribution between wins and losses over any given set of criteria that define your edge. There's a random distribution. I will get a higher percentage of wins to losses, but I just don't know which trades are going to be. It requires a complete shift in the way you think about trading. When you make this complete shift, everything about your trading will change. You're going to genuinely learn how to think in probabilities. Because when you have genuinely integrated these concepts into your mental system at a functional level, your fear will go away. You do not need to lose everything to get to the point where you can figure out that, well, I've got nothing to lose anymore, so I don't have anything to be afraid of. You don't have to do that, okay? You don't have to do that. All you have to do is commit yourself to learn how to think about trading in another way, and your fear will go away.